Morning. It's the morning after going to the Chilli Fest, and you know what, considering it was just like a local little event, there was probably about 300-400 people there. I think it was good. I really enjoyed it. I mean, it's been going for probably about 7 years, I think, and I do enjoy it. You know, it's laid back fun, there's lots of families there, it's just good wholesome entertainment. You know, there's people from around the country come and sell their wares, you know, the chili peppers, their hot sauces, their condiments and things. There is music going on through the day, and there was different food stalls, and I'm happy to report that I managed to keep away from all the bad foods, such as, like, you know, churros, nachos. Didn't have any French fries, didn't have any ice creams, as much as I wanted some. And I pretty much stuck to just the meat out of burritos. So I had some of that, some pulled pork, some jerk chicken. And whilst I'm sure all of these different meats had some carbs in there and some additives and things like that, it's got to be an awful lot better than sticking out like a sore thumb and not eating anything. And it's certainly better than eating all the carbohydrate based things, you know, which I've already mentioned. So yeah, it was a good day. My son enjoyed it, I enjoyed it, and it seemed like the hundreds of other people which were there really enjoyed it as well. So that was all good. And I'm just walking through what used to be old industrial land, which they've knocked down and they've bulldozed it and just allowed the local, you know, wildflowers and grasses just to grow up around it and create a bit of an urban wildlife kind of area. It's nice, you know. I mean, we've got apex predators in the background. I don't know if you can see those, but wind turbines in many countries are now classed as an apex predator because they kill so much bird life and wildlife and stuff around them. But I don't know much about wind turbines, but apparently that's what they've been now labelled as in many countries. So I've not written any speeches or done any research or anything like that, because obviously I've been busy the last couple of days, and over the next week I'm going to be very busy, so I probably won't get much chance to do any filming as such, because I'm going to have to leave the house around about 5 o'clock in the morning to get to work, and then it'll be a good 12-14 hours working and then coming home. During the next week I'm definitely going to be doing my OMAD, simply because it will fit in well with, you know, the working hours that I'll be doing. You know, I think it'll work well, because obviously I feel very revitalized doing OMAD in the Carnivore, and it allows me just to get probably an extra hour's working per day, so I'll end up more productive as a result. But I won't get much chance to actually get out in the morning and do some video, unfortunately. But the following week and the weekend, you know, coming, I should be able to get out in front of a camera. So I thought I'd make this video, you know, a bit shorter, a bit less involved, and maybe just show you around excuse me, show you around the local wildlife and things like that, and maybe explain some of the channels that I tend to watch. I don't follow many channels. I just tend to pick titles and subjects by different channels and just see how they're presented and see which ones I like. The one, you know, channel that I tend to watch the most, I would say, is Low Carb Down Under. I know they're not all carnivore, but a lot of it is keto and low carb in general. But there's a lot of really good seminars and presenters on there which talk an awful lot of sense, and you know, it's all presented in a very easy to follow way. It's informative, it can be light-hearted, and you know what, I do enjoy their content. I would definitely recommend having a look at their content and subscribing and seeing what you can learn from it, because the people they have on are obviously very skilled and very knowledgeable and very well trained. So yeah, it's definitely worthwhile looking at their stuff. I don't tend to watch videos which have got like debates or critiquing or vegan hating and stuff like that. I know they're incredibly popular and stuff, but if I'm getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30, trying to get ready to get up and start my day, I'd rather spend that time learning something than having a go at somebody. Really not my bag. But each to their own. Same as I don't really watch live streams because there always seems to be delays and I've got so much to do through the day. I just want to get to it. I just want to get to the information rather than see it eked out in small, tiny little ways over the course of 2 hours or something. So that don't get with me. And I'm certainly not into debates, you know, where there's live stream and there's 2 people from around the world having to go, you said this, no, I said that. Not interested in any of that, to be honest. I like topics, and I like, you know, almost like a video article about a subject and how, you know, that relates to me and what I can learn from it. They're the kind of channels I like. So we've got Low Carb Down Under. I do like Bart K's videos where he's actually explaining subjects and topics and things. I think he's obviously a very well trained, intelligent guy who knows his stuff. I'm definitely thinking about becoming a patron to his channel because I think he's got a lot of articles and content in that area which could certainly help me and help me understand about the human body and the carnivore diet and things like that, because whilst I'm doing all this very light-heartedly and very candidly and things, I am very much a personality which likes to study information. The reason I don't go all out and try and explain certain theories and stuff like that is because I personally don't think I'm qualified to go into certain subjects in depth, because one, I'm not a nutritionist, doctor or anything like that, and I think I need more understanding of it, more grounding of it. So this is why I always give the information that is anecdotal in my experience of the things. So yeah, Bart K, definitely worth having a look at. I do like Dr. Ken Berry. I think he's got a very easygoing demeanour, and I think he presents his information in very easily consumed, bite-sized ways, which are very easy for the masses to appreciate and get to grips with. So I do like Ken Berry. I think he'd be a nice guy to know and to hang around, to be honest. Same as Dr. Sean Baker. I think he's a sound guy. Absolutely a beast of a guy, like, you know, he's an absolute great big guy who seems, you know, very physically aware, and, you know, he's just, you know, a great athlete and stuff. And again, he's got a brilliant brain, but he's able to portray the information in a very easy to follow way, and I do appreciate that. Dr. Paul Saladino, I've watched a few of his videos and stuff, but as I mentioned, I tend to watch these videos when I first get up, while I'm getting ready for work and stuff. And when they start going on about glycine, methionine and glutathione and stuff, yeah, I'm sure if I was to sit there and actually really listen, it'd make an awful lot of sense. But at that time in the morning, it's a bit too much for me. So whilst I think he's very well trained, he's very knowledgeable, he's a very intelligent guy, it's information portrayed at a level where I don't really have my brain fully engaged for it at the time when I'm actually, you know, sat in front of an iPad kind of thing. Someone who's definitely worth listening to, Dr. Jason Fung. His theories about fasting and the hormone system and stuff like that. If I could recommend anybody to watch a channel, it would be his channel or his videos. I think he portrays it in a very light-hearted way. Obviously a very intelligent, well-studied doctor, and I think I prefer his hypothesis about the endocrine system and hormones and things like that over calories in, calories out. So I would definitely recommend watching the Jason Fung or Dr. Jason Fung videos. I think he's definitely an inspiration, and I think we wouldn't go far wrong applying the information that he gives out. another very intelligent guy who I think is greatly underrated, and maybe ought to have more videos produced with him giving the information on, is Dr. Benjamin Bickman. Now he is a proper scientist, you know, where he actually does trials and experiments around everything we're learning. So, you know, things about insulin resistance and, you know, leptin and, you know, how our body interacts with these hormones and stuff. He's actually running animal and human trials in a lab week in, week out. You know, again, some of it is a little bit high level, you know, for my time in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. But again, it's, you know, it's like a good blend between really high level information and more easy to consume information. So he's definitely one to look out for. I do like Dr. Benjamin Bickman. Seems a very nice guy, very laid back. He's got a common sense approach to health, nutrition and exercise and stuff. So yeah, I do like him. There is obviously other more popular channels. You've got your Frank Tufano. I think he's got a lot of good information and things. I think deep down he's a genuine good young lad. I've certainly got nothing against Frank. I think he's a good lad. His emphasis obviously is on about meat quality and stuff, and whilst I can appreciate that, and whilst I can say, like, you know, obviously meat quality is very, very important and stuff like that, as I've mentioned in my previous videos, not everybody can afford it, and it's sometimes you could have a bit of give and take and stuff. But I think, you know, it seems like he's selling some good produce and things, so yeah, he's got a good channel. Who else? Bobby's Perspective. I do watch some of his videos, not so many. I do love his intro, you know, with the "all right guys." I do like that. I think he's obviously a physical specimen. He's managed to shape and sculpt his body to an amazing state, to be honest, and he's gone from veganism to obviously having a largely carnivorous diet, and he talks an awful lot of sense. I wouldn't say I watch lots and lots of his videos because there's so many channels to watch, but the ones I've watched, they've been very good. I like Primal Edge Health. I think Tristan is obviously a very knowledgeable guy who's got his head firmly screwed to his shoulders and lives a good life and has a fabulous, beautiful family. Seems to have a very happy lifestyle. And man, can he talk to a camera? I'd say of all the YouTubers, probably the most proficient at talking to a camera, especially ad lib, is Tristan. He can really talk, can't he? He can properly get out a message, and he can come up with all the words, and he can just keep going and going and going and going. He's very good. So I do quite like Tristan. I think he's a good guy. Which channels do I not like? I don't think there is really any channels that I don't really dislike. The only ones that I'm not so keen on are, say, ones where they're just having a go at people, critiquing people, debates, trying to cause controversy and stuff. I know they're very popular. I just don't have time for any of it, to be honest. And, you know, I don't think it contributes much, to be honest. Not for me anyway. So I tend to keep away from those channels. I think there's enough adversity and negativity in life without having to see it, you know, on my TV screen or on my phone or my iPad or something like that. You know, I just want positivity where possible. I'm not so much into channels, you know, where every couple of minutes there's an advert. I mean, I know YouTube is potentially a good avenue for generating revenue and stuff, but it does make you wonder that when it's every couple of minutes, you've got to like get through a seminar or a subject, and you've got to keep skipping bloody adverts. God, it drives me nuts. And all these sponsors. Yeah, I know people need to earn an income and stuff like that, but there is other ways. I mean, the ones where the adverts at the beginning of the, you know, the video, that's fine, isn't it? I mean, that's no problem whatsoever, because you watch it for 5 seconds, you skip it. But you know, when it's like 25% through, and then all of a sudden you've got to skip another bloody video, you know, advert. Well, that kind of gets on my nerves, to be honest. So yeah, there's some of the channels that I do watch. I don't spend that much time watching YouTube, to be honest. I probably spend maybe an hour a day the most. It's usually split up, maybe it's about 20 minutes in the morning, half an hour to 40 minutes in an evening, and it's usually whilst doing other things, simply because I've got absolutely tons to do, to be honest. I do have multiple businesses that I run, and to say, whilst I do work on building sites and stuff, I do have all these other satellite little businesses where I develop products for and invent things, and we sell those online and stuff. So yeah, I've got an awful lot to do in a day, but I'm not complaining. I'd rather be having lots on my plate than not doing lots on my plate. So yeah, there's a few of my things. So which channels do you guys like watching, and why? Why do you like watching these channels? Be interested to know which ones you like watching. I mean, if you've got different ones to me, it'd be interesting to find out which ones you like, and then I can check those out and stuff. It's always good to learn new information. I think you're designed to learn something new every day, and you learn by your mistakes. So whilst I've got quite a strong opinion on things, I'm very open to learning new information, new subjects, new topics, and having a greater understanding of things. So yeah, just a short little video, and I hope you've enjoyed your weekend, and I hope you're raring to go for the week ahead, and I wish you all success on whatever diet you're following, as long as you're fit, healthy and happy. And from a fellow carnivore, if you're on the carnivore diet, I wish you well. I'll speak to you soon. Take care, bye.